everyone, it's Daphne from Scrap and Create. I'm back again to share another mini album with you I just completed using the Little Women collection from Graphic 45. So here's the cover. I added a little bit of texture down here in the corner, not a whole lot because the cover page paper is so full of pattern already. I didn't want to overwhelm the front of the book. I added a simple ribbon down the side. And then, as you can see, I did something a little different. This is a really thin spine. I actually only did a 1/4 inch between each one of the pages inside the album. So it's a very thin album. And having done that, I would advise against it. I actually didn't have enough room, I think, for the interactive pages. So if I had to do it again, it would be on 1/2 inch spacers inside. Here's the back. It is just a little piece of chipboard popped. And I added 2 Graphic 45 brads. Now, on the brads throughout that I've used, I actually didn't attach them the traditional way by drilling through the page. I took the tines off and then glued them directly to the paper. The Graphic 45 brads have these really thick tines, and it's kind of hard to get them through the paper without showing the hole. So that's my little trick for you. Inside cover, just a nice big pocket on the inside. I've added a little paper clip so that you could either adhere this to your photos or any memorabilia that you put in here. I kind of like the way that looks. I've seen it done before. I can't actually remember who I got inspired from, but I like the idea of being able to move these around in the book and to actually adhere things temporarily to your book until you're ready and sure that you want to adhere it permanently, or if you don't want to get adhesive on it. This is a little tag and pocket. I've added a little connector. It's actually a piece of jewelry, but I took the 2 connecting ends off, just sanded it down with a fingernail file, and attached it so I have a little place to stash memorabilia. Over here, I layered a sticker on top of a piece of the tags and pockets, and this is usually like a little belt, as you can see in the back, but I just layered it. I liked it better this way. I'm not a fan of the belt, so I found another way to take advantage of that piece of the paper. And it is adhered with a magnet that you can hear snapping. Down here, I just adhered a little stamp and left it open-ended so you could tuck things. And then once you close it, it flips open this way. Another use of the tag and pocket back here. And then lastly, it opens one more time to reveal more photo space. So I'm going to open this all the way up so you can see the whole thing. It's kind of an accordion, as you can see. Lots and lots of photos, and I'm going to show you the other side this way. Okay, this is a great way to use some of your papers that you've trimmed off the main pages. So most of these wound up being the trim pieces from my 12 by 12. And again, that's what I did here too. This is a flip. Flips up, lots of photo space. This is just part of the tags and pockets. This one flips down. There's a little piece of chipboard and a fussy cut flower from one of the designer pages out of the 12 by 12 pack. And then here's another one of those paper clips. This one actually has a little piece of chipboard adhered to it, and it's layered with a mat. This is a tag and pocket to help you stash your keepsakes. This is probably one of my favorite pages. It's the one I did first, even though it's page 2. A lot of times I'll design the pages before they're connected and then rearrange them until I'm satisfied with the way they flow. Okay, another flip. In here I have a hidden tag and pocket. It's part of the tag and pocket collection and just slips right in here. And then on this page, because it was so large, I added this popped up fussy cut fountain pen for interest and left this open-ended for tucking memorabilia. And then on the other side, a nice simple pocket with 2 photo mats and another chipboard piece on a paper clip for temporarily adhering things. Over here is just a little cluster of chipboard and fussy cut and stickers. A nice piece of filigree in the corner. And I forgot to put my photo mats in, but there's a photo mat for each one of these pages. On this side, and I'll show those to you at the end. On this side is just a nice simple pocket. I took a piece of filigree to make this into more of a tag. And I like the way that turned out. These are just layered chipboard pieces and a sticker. A couple of stickers here. One of the things that I wanted to point out is kind of the way I construct my albums is kind of a simple page. So on this page, even though it's interactive because of the pocket, nothing else is moving. It's just a base page with a pocket. And then on the next page is typically, you know, side by side is one will be complex, one will be simple. So here's my complex page. So this is a small photo mat here, and this is just a piece of the filigree backed with black cardstock, and that works as a swing to open this up. The side opens as well, and then there's another pocket inside. And I've got pieces of the filigree backed with black cardstock for photo mats or for journaling. And then there's one more element here. You untie this bow, and yet there's one more space for either a special photo or some additional journaling. So that's more the complex side. And you'll see I did the same thing on this side. So this is kind of the interactive side. Here's my simple pocket. This is a piece of the ephemera. Flips open. Got a nice little piece of the chipboard here. Actually, it's not chipboard, it's the tags and pockets. Cut aparts. This is a sticker layered on black cardstock, and I left it open-ended so you can stash things. Here you'll see the brads from the Graphic 45 collection. And on this page, another tag, or actually it's a piece of ephemera, but I made it into a tag by attaching the filigree. This is just a layered cut apart sticker. This is part of the tags and pockets, and this is the cutest little fountain pen nib that Julie found. Another piece of ephemera, and this I made into a little booklet by adding, because you get duplicates. This is the back, this is the front, so you've got photo space as well as journaling and some additional photos in the back. Okay, and then the last page, this is just a floating card, so it's held here with magnets, and it keeps this all tucked nice and closed, and it just lands on there. So you can put a little photo, some additional journaling, and it just snaps there. This has also got a magnet on it on both sides, and I typically do that, especially if there's a pocket where things might slip around. And then it just flips open to nice little photo mats on either side, and then in the middle, a little pocket to stash some more treasures. I'm going to put these in backwards because they'll stand out a little bit better in this light. And the back page is a mirror image of the front page. I like to do that for symmetry reasons. And just from a design process perspective, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll pick out those back pages as one of my first efforts and set them aside so that I don't run out of paper, which in the beginning when I was a new designer happened to me quite frequently. And then I'd be running around digging through stash trying to find pieces of paper large enough to fit this, or I would have more of a collage look on the back end, which is not bad. This is just my preference. So even though these pages don't match exactly, they definitely coordinate the greens on both the front and the back. And then I try to do something different throughout the middle. So that is the walkthrough of the Little Women 8x8 mini. And when I say 8x8 in general, that means this page. So the cover and the back are slightly larger. I believe it's 8 1/4 by 8 1/2, but not much bigger. I only want to have just enough space along the side so that when the large photo mats, which I didn't show you while I was walking through, can fit into the pockets and still be protected by the cover and the spine when it's closed. So that little extra is why I need that. And so I'm going to walk you through the little photo mats real quick while I'm chatting with you. So again, you can find this collection at Scrap and Create, www.scrapandcreate.com. The Little Women Bundle collection is what I use to put this together. So if you get the bundle, you'll have everything you need to make this little mini album happen. I want to thank everyone, I'm going to walk you through the spine too, for tuning in to see, and I hope you check us out at www.scrapandcreate.com. Lots of you have been giving me these great comments telling me you like my design style and that you want to see some tutorials, and I'm hopeful that I'll get to that at some point, but for the time being all I'm going to do is walkthroughs because I just don't quite have my videos space set up yet. So here's another little project that I put together with the Little Women that I wanted to walk you through. And this is more of just a little keepsake box. So I attached a tag in a pocket, layered a sticker, added some ribbon in a bow, and then attached one of the Graphic 45 brads there. And then I just layered this, and again, there's that little pin nib that I like. Little piece of filigree. It's just a simple box that is completely lined inside. Oops, I don't know what that's doing floating around in there. I like to think of these as like little hostess gifts, so you can stash something in there for your hostess. And the last thing I did was this super simple folio. So this is just really a fold over. So you take a 12 by 12, score it. Actually, did I take, it might even be an 8.5 by 11. So it's folded up on itself and adhered on the side. This is an untrimmed ephemera card. So I added a little space for a spine to make it look like a little booklet. This is the back side of one of the ephemeras, untrimmed, so that goes together really quickly. And then inside are the Graphic 45 tag collections. And then I matted these using their die cut, which makes them look so much neater, I think, than when you have to stop your mat halfway or across the top so you don't get the top. So anyways, it's a must-have if you do tags with Graphic 45, and you can get those at our shop, www.scrapandcreate.com. Just a simple little folio. Nice brag book or a little small